Michael Bay is one of the most renowned and influential filmmakers of the modern era. Known for his high-octane action sequences, explosive visual effects, and larger-than-life storytelling, Bay has established himself as a cinematic powerhouse in Hollywood. Over the course of his illustrious career, he has directed numerous blockbuster hits that have captivated audiences worldwide. In this, we will explore the top 10 Michael Bay movies that have cemented his status as a master of the action genre. Starting off our list at number 10 is Pearl Harbor. Pearl Harbor was supposed to signal the birth of a new kind of Michael Bay. This was the beginning of the prestigious Bay, the filmmaker of Spielbergian levels of blockbuster worthiness, the kind of director who could blend high-octane action with serious drama and historical heft. Essentially, this was Bay's attempt at Oscar glory. All things considered, this is about as respectful as Bay gets, and audiences really don't want a respectful Bay more focused on romantic subplots than blowing stuff up. Still, Pearl Harbor may be the Bay film that deserves a second glance the most. Sure, the mayhem is restrained, but viewers also see some of the director's most stunning work, especially in one brilliant scene where the camera follows a bomb as it drops towards its target.
I'm going to the war. You just make sure and come back for the both of us, all right?
Coming in at number 9 is 6 Underground. Michael Bay's Netflix-funded action extravaganza opens with a 20-minute car chase through the streets of Florence that includes an annoyed nun giving our heroes the finger, a group of cute puppies running in slow motion, and Dave Franco yelling at the top of his lungs while repeatedly almost crashing into pedestrians. Before that, Ryan Reynolds, playing a tech billionaire who made his money with magnets, fakes his death in a plane while wearing a helmet with a Red Bull logo on it. That should give you a sense of what you're dealing with here. Every aspect of this globe-trotting adventure team-up, from its gleefully silly libertarian politics to its sadistically gross splatter effects, feels designed as an affront to collective notions of good taste.
Hit it.
Hello, boys.
Next up at number 8 is Ambulance. Michael Bay's most recent foray into the action movie world has been met with some strong reviews from critics and audiences alike. The movie follows Jake Gyllenhaal and Yahya Abdul-Mateen II as two adoptive brothers who have turned to bank robbing to pay for one of their wife's surgery. Things get hairy pretty fast, and they end up hijacking an ambulance and taking it for quite the car chase. Critics have noted that the absurd plotline actually works rather well for Michael Bay's style of filmmaking, and the acting is top-notch. One long over-the-top chase sequence is just what Michael Bay needed to return to form in this exciting action flick that explores the morality behind what's right and wrong, all while just about everything on screen blows up.
I need an extra man.
I came to you for a loan.
Look, have I ever gotten you anything that I couldn't get you out of?
At number 7 we have Armageddon. The Criterion Collection, reserved for Baroque Swedish films, and the deep cuts of 70s auteurship, embrace Bay's jump to sci-fi spectacle. Little explanation is required. Armageddon is lean, expertly crafted, and rowdy. Scenes of meteoric destruction channel Irwin Allen and Michelangelo. The final, ludicrous mission to blow up the plummeting space rock is the closest we'll come to a Bay-directed opera. But it's the cast, Bruce Willis, Ben Affleck, Owen Wilson, Steve Buscemi, and so many more, that makes Armageddon a ride. Bay's drill team heroes add red and white to their blue collars for a fist-pumping display of patriotism. No international enemy required. For those of us who weren't born early enough for the space race, there's Armageddon.
Bring the rock from the outside and we'll do the job.
So, we nuke this thing from the inside? How?
We drill. We're bringing the world's best deep core drill.
Taking the number 6 spot is The Island. The Island might be Michael Bay's most forgotten film, in that nobody ever talks about it, and I routinely forget that it exists. It came out in 2005, which was sort of a blasted wasteland for movies, and on top of that it was a critical and commercial bomb. But it's not that bad. It's about a mysterious dystopian facility whose residents live in almost childlike simplicity until they finally earn their promised trip to the mythical island. As it turns out, they're all clones of wealthy, powerful people, created for the purposes of organ harvesting. So a trip to the island is the same thing as taking the family dog to the farm. Now, Bay is unassailably a great action director, and I've already said that the science fiction element was genuinely intriguing. But Ewan McGregor and Scarlett Johansson turn in fun performances as the runaway clones, and some of the action sequences are pretty great.
I think they're gonna kill you.
I'm going to the island.
There is no island!
Alright, folks, listen up. If you're enjoying the content on this channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and give the video a good old-fashioned thumbs up. Let's show the creator some love, shall we? Halfway through our list at number 5 is 13 Hours. Nobody ever wanted to hear Michael Bay weigh in on a contentious geopolitical fiasco that cost several human lives. But that didn't stop him from making Pearl Harbor. So here we are. 13 Hours is essentially Michael Bay's Black Hawk Down, and, historical inaccuracy and jingoistic revisionism aside, it isn't half bad. It's a retelling of the infamous 2012 Benghazi attack on an American diplomatic facility in Libya, focusing on the team of American private military contractors tasked with protecting the diplomats. Arguably the most notable thing about 13 Hours is that it gave us swole John Krasinski, who bulked up for his role as one of the contractors. The always excellent James Badgedale plays his friend and commander. It's a decent thriller that gradually tightens a noose around the main characters before erupting into an extended action sequence expertly staged by a man who loves explosions more than anything in this world.
You have a U.S. ambassador at risk. You gotta send us.
You're not the first responders. You will wait.
Coming in at number 4 is Transformers. He may have made 5 of these movies, but Bay never topped the first Transformers, the movie that set up the foundations of Michael Bay's Transformers universe. It's perfect popcorn fodder for that mindless summer day when all audiences want to do is watch things blow up. This may be the only Transformers film on the list where the lack of a coherent plot doesn't feel like that big of an issue, and it's easily the sole one in the franchise that takes a minute to develop its characters, including the off-the-line Megan Fox, who easily has the most compelling arc of anyone in this oddly vast ensemble. What makes Transformers maybe the only film in the franchise worth rewatching is the genuine sense of wonder it creates with these robots. The scale and sense of detail still manages to thrill audiences 12 years after it debuted, and long after the rest of Hollywood started copying its aesthetic.
Got a little surprise for you, son.
No, Dad! Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, I am. You're not getting a Porsche.
Breaking into the top 3 is Pain and Gain. While most of Michael Bay's movies are far-fetched action fests, he proves he is capable of tackling real-life events with pain and gain. Based on true events, with artistic liberties taken of course, Mark Wahlberg stars in this heist movie involving 3 bodybuilders who plan to get what's theirs through a kidnapping scheme that goes haywire, trading in the grandiose explosions for big muscles and big money. Bay focuses more on humorous satire and uber violence in this caper. This is as much a comedy as it is an action movie, and it does show the flexibility of Michael Bay's best movies. Maybe in the future, he will explore other genres and leave the explosive canisters and tricked-out guns behind in favor of something new.
Mr. Doble, are you currently using steroids?
I think they messed me up.
Don't worry, that's what we specialize in here. Penis magic.
At number 2, we have Bad Boys. The buddy cop movie has been a top-grossing genre for a number of years, and nothing has defined the modern iteration of the style more than the Bad Boys series. It all began with this famed first movie, which was also Michael Bay's first feature-length picture he directed. While it may not rewrite the genre's formula, it polishes it down to a T, filling every minute with as many explosions, snarky jokes, and flying bullets as possible. The movie established Will Smith and Martin Lawrence as blockbuster movie actors, and Michael Bay as a director capable of filling a theater. The movie was a massive success, and has continued to be a cult favorite for decades since it was released. So much of Michael Bay's directing style comes from just this movie. It is truly the genesis of a new kind of action movie.
Let's try to do this right. No gunshots, no dead bodies. Well, you know, if I recall correctly, the last couple dead bad guys belong to you.
And finally, taking the number 1 spot on our list is The Rock. A brew of the heist genre, the prison escape genre, and the espionage thriller, The Rock is truly Michael Bay's action opus. Starring ex-James Bond actor Sean Connery as a political prisoner and Nicolas Cage as a chemical weapons specialist, this movie pits the two unsuspecting partners into government recruitment to infiltrate Alcatraz and stop a renegade group of soldiers from blowing up San Francisco. Filled with engaging action and high-pressure stakes, this is one of the most timeless race against time action flicks of all time. Plus, how often do audiences get to see Sean Connery, Nicolas Cage, and Ed Harris on screen together? Talk about an all-star cast. This movie might feature the best acting performances out of any Michael Bay movie.
Hiya. I'm an agent with the FBI. I'm Stanley Goodspeed.
But of course you are.
And that, my friends, is the top 10 Michael Bay movies. Well, those are all great movies in their own right. But when it comes to pure, unadulterated Michael Bay-ness, these are the ones that stand out above the rest. So, there you have it, a comprehensive look at the top 10 Michael Bay movies. Now, go forth and enjoy the chaos, my friends. And remember, when it comes to Michael Bay, the only rule is, the louder the better.